It's part mall, part train station, part artwork, and it's New York City's most unexpected landmark. Let's find out what's happening inside. But we are going to head around the corner here to the Oculus, and it's my understanding that the Oculus is supposed to look like a dove landing here because of what happened here on September 11th. So this is the view that I'm seeing. The Oculus building architecture does look like a bird's wing, and it is juxtaposed against the tower. And so let me tell you what you're looking at. So you're looking at the Oculus, which is the building with the wing. You're looking at the One World Trade Center. And this is another little miracle, if you will, the Millennium, no little miracles, but the Millennium Hotel also withstood the towers falling back on September 11th. So it within itself is a miracle as well. But we are about to go into the Oculus. Door, please. You got it? Too heavy? Look at this. It is absolutely beautiful in here. Some would say breathtaking. It is gorgeous in here. Absolutely beautiful. So it is part mall, part shopping center, part transit hub. Straight ahead and to the left there, you'll see the PATH train. So this replaces the old PATH entryway. And of course, you can get to the subways from here. We're going to go down a level and see what shops are here at the mall. I'm going to be honest, you say mall, I get a little excited. Let's go see what's in here. And so here's your view from inside. The subways, everything is on the next level down. If you needed them, there are elevators available here within the Oculus if you needed them, with a directory of where everything is. We came in on the Fulton Street side of things, and we're going to go out on the Greenwich Street side of things so that we're closer to the memorial and to our next stop, which is going to be inside One World Trade Center. So stay tuned for that and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And so this is truly a transit hub. I believe just about every train station in the city comes down here. So the shops will open at about 10 a.m. and there are also restaurants here inside of the Oculus. We're going to take you around, show you what all of the shops are and all the restaurants that we come across. It's not quite 10 a.m. so we won't be going in and out of a lot of the shops, but you will get a chance to see what's here in the Oculus. And I have to tell you, it's nice. And I hear it's really nice for Christmas, that they light it up really pretty for Christmas. Okay, just from where we came, I just want to always show you where we came so that you have a way to get around. We started up here. That's where we took our initial photos and we entered. And if you were just getting the subway, you would continue to come on down and continue to come down to ground level until you found your subway that you're looking for. So the A, the C, the J, the Z, the 2, the 3, all stop here. But what is here as of today's filming is Sugarfina. And right next to Sugarfina, you have Michel Leprore Milano, which looks to be shoes and handbags. And right next door, you have And Other Stories. We're going to head around the corner and see what else they have here. And so over here to the right is just another way to enter the Oculus from the street level. But you see the escalators and stairs if you were going straight down to the subway. And then continuing right across, you will find the Apple stores. Continuing on to our right, what we're going to do is a full circle before we go down to the next level. It's not too crowded in here. It's nicely laid out. It doesn't feel overcrowded. But here's the entrance to the one right here at this level. And we're going to continue to go around to see what other shops are here. And I haven't seen any restaurants yet. Maybe those are on the next level down. But what you have here is a last call sale happening at this particular store, which is Verizoni. It looks like they have a Pop Mart coming soon. They have a Rebag. So if you're looking for your handbags, here you go. Then you have yourself a Cole Haan. This goes down some more. Let's see what else is in here. There's a Kate Spade over there, but we're gonna go out and come back around. It looks like there is currently a Pop Mart open, and so we decided to stop into the Pop Mart, and you can always find Disney. I'm just saying. And just so that you know, these are coming in at $16.99, the figurines. Okay, we have left the Pop Art, and there's a moleskin right next door. Les Maisons du Chocolat. Anyone? So the chocolate store is right next door here. Right next door to that is the Lola soap shop. Oh, look at the soap cake. Can we just stop and look at this for a moment? Look at this. That's cool. Ha. And they even have some shaped like cupcakes. And next to that you have L'Octane. If L'Octane is your thing, you'll find it right here. And then from there you have I'm gonna say Nawali Gallery here. So if you were in we're headed towards Cinco de Mayo. This seems like it's right on tap for that. And then you have your Swatch stores. Tell me this, does anybody wear a regular watch anymore? Because all I do is wear my Apple Watch. I used to love Swatch. I mean, I used to have quite the Swatch collection. Do you still wear regular watches? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, continuing on, we have the Golden Bar, which looks like it is jewelry and it's not yet open, along with some fashion, some candles. There are restrooms down here as we make our way around. Then there's a store called Want Italy Pasta and Go. So if you were wanting to get your pasta fix, you could. And Dunkin'. Okay, let's see what else is around this corner.
Feels like it's all integrated.
Yes, it's very nicely integrated, Paul was saying. So right next to the Dunkin' is the Downtown Yogurt, which is currently closed, along with the Aunt Annie's. And then there's a little food market here. You can grab and go or sit down and eat. So if you needed something to eat, you're coming down this area and wanted to be indoors to grab something, there is some food right here. We are going to go back around the other way. Here is Pure Liquid, which looks like a wine store. Then you have a Charles Twit, men's fashion, shirts, ties, socks, accessories, etc. And then you have an Ethan Jordan Jewelers. Then you have an eyeglass shop called World Optical. And then right next to that, you have a Kiehl's. Oh, sorry, you have an Eye Origin, which looks like a art made from eyes. Interesting. Have you ever seen your iris? What's it look like? Oh, so they take a picture of your iris and then they make it into art. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's a piece of you on the wall. Okay, and now right next door to the Eye Origin is the Kiehl's. And next to Kiehl's, you have Pretty Well Beauty. And then on the other side of that, you have ATMs down here. I've seen a couple of Chase ATMs if you need them. Over here, you have a Tissot, your watch shop. And then next to that, you have a fragrance shop. Fragrance.com has a store here. And then now we are back to the Kate Spade. All right, and just past our Kate Spade, you have Karma and Luck, which is women's jewelry. I've not heard of this store before, just so that we can all see what happens here. It reminds me a little bit of Alex and Ani just by looking in the window. Then you have the Canva, which is a fashion for both men and women. And then next to that, you have Sam Edelman, which women's fashion, accessories, etc. We're gonna go down one, see what's down there. Gosh, here's the subway. And we're headed down to the main concourse, if you will. Path train is straight ahead. Where we came in is right above us. So we've just done a little circle. And now we're gonna do the circle down here. I'm a righty, so we're gonna start over here. All right, we got distracted because in case you were wondering, you can apply for TSA Pre here. Venus et Fleur So that looks like it is a candle scent shop. And you have Stuart Weitzman shoes. I'm a shoe girly. Then you have another designer. Oh, you have Boss over here as well. And then can we just talk about the fact that there's a piano and people can just sit down and start playing? I just love this. He's the second person that we've seen playing. All right, then you have John Vaderos over here, which is men's fashion. I have to tell you, this place has a really good vibe. I'm like really vibing here. This is really good. Oh, by the way, there are more restrooms over here right past the John Vaderos. And there is another shop down here. There's another Apple down here. There are so many apples. All right, and over here, leaving the Apple store, you have your walkway down to the PATH train, which looks eerily like it did in the before times. And then you have your Boulud. You can stop and grab a snack or something here if you wanted to. And there are little kiosks on the floor as well so that you could shop the kiosks. So we are taking a little bit of a rest break here at Boulud. So you can get some sandwiches, some grab and go here. We got a pastry, a coffee, and a tea for about $14, but this is what they have here. The pastry was good. We got a pan au chocolat, but just so that you can see what's on offer. This is a nice little rest stop. It's clean, it's not chaotic, it's quiet. Everything is white and pristine in here, so I don't feel like I'm down in a dungeon. There's plenty of sunlight. It is absolutely beautiful here in the Oculus. This is his first time in Lower Manhattan, and it might be your first time in Lower Manhattan, so welcome, and I hope you're enjoying it. And if you have not subscribed to us, I want to make sure to tell you that we're doing a whole Lower Manhattan series. I'm breaking up the videos into bite-sized chunks for you, and then I'll do an overview video as well so you get a bird's eye view of what's down here. It'll be similar to our Times Square series, which I'll link for you below. So thank you for joining us. Remember to hit the like button. It helps out the channel in so many ways. And subscribe. It's free. Okay, after a nice little break, we are headed around once more. We're going to go to the restroom, but let me just show you, in case you need it, where the PATH trains are. So just outside of Danielle's spot, you will find the PATH trains. Undoubtedly, there are more shops down this way. I can see them. This goes on forever. I see a Dwayne Reed down there, and you can enter your PATH trains right here. And this little walkway will take you over to Brookfield Place. Now, Brookfield Place is another shopping area, so that if you wanted to go to the mall over there, you would just walk underneath, which will put you right on the water, which is a lovely thing. And we're going to just finish the main area, but just know that there are shops back behind me. So, leaving Boulud, Danielle, this is his little breakfast spot over here. I don't know about you, but restrooms and public hubs make me nervous. I think they're not going to be clean, and we're going to check it out. Okay, over in this area we have Kaz, which is men and women's fashion wear, and we are just across from the second Apple store down on level C2. Then you have Kingdom Sweets over here. So if you had a bit of a sweet tooth, I'm being asked if we can go inside, so we're going to go inside of Kingdom Sweets, and it's everything that you would expect it to be. I see gummy bears, Smarties, all sorts of candies and things, and somebody is just happy to be here. So they have a gelato shop over here in the center. And over to our right, this is how you would get yourself to 3 World Trade Center, 4 World Trade Center. We're gonna hang a right down this way, see what's down this way. We have Aesop over here. There continues to be Chase ATMs everywhere. We have Swarovski crystals on this side. You also have Sephora. Then you have Under Armour. This would take you to 4 World Trade Center, where you'll find the Italy and the St. Nicholas National Shrine. If you wanted cases or to repair your phone, this is a place that you could come. And then there's a Canvas 3.0. Oh, we found the next set of restrooms. So we're gonna have a look. And there are still a bunch of empty shops here. You have local Maverick, which says it's a Vermont shop. And then here are your I Love New York gift shop. And we're headed to the restroom. Let's check it out. Alright. Seems clean. So yeah, let's talk about the restrooms right behind us. They're so busy trying to make sure it doesn't smell that they've overpowered the restroom with that cleaning solution. I was literally gagging on my way out. Ooh. Hopefully they're not all like that. Having said that, it is clean in there. It just smells like it smells. So the name of this store, I believe, is Black Imagination or blackimagination.org. Looks like it's a fashion location. I see some candles as well. Then you have the Strangers Project right next door. And this is where they are collecting stories. You can follow them on Instagram, find out more about what the Strangers Project is. Basically, you're telling the artist what's it like to be you. And here is the code to follow them on Instagram. And then here are some of the anonymous stories that you can read. That's poignant. Is there any space in the world for me? Stop picking sides. We are meant to be one. So next door is another cafe space. It's called Le Cafe Coffee. So it's quieter than Boulud right around the corner here. Then you have another art gallery. There are a surprising number of art galleries down here. It looks like you might be able to do your own thing here. Just looking at how it's set up. It's called Creative Spaces, and we're all familiar with that. Mongolian Gallery. Looks like they specialize in wool products. Makes sense. Then you have Hudson News right next door. You can get your magazines, newspapers, those sorts of things that you need when you're traveling. Then you have your Tumi luggage. Hello, Tumi. And one last thing before we leave the Oculus, wanted to point out the piano. So you're welcome to play the Sing for Hope piano every Monday and Thursday. Luckily, we are here on a Thursday. There's a QR code there, and people just come and they play the piano. And there's also photography on display here at the Oculus. I don't know how long these particular pieces have been here or how long they will be here, but there is photography on display as well for you to have a look at. Over here, we didn't do these shops. I stopped, but there is a Breitling over here. So if you want your timepieces, of course, there is a Pandora. If you want your Pandora jewelry, you have your Longines. You have 24, which looks like it is an urban fashion store. So that's interesting here as well. So we hope that you have enjoyed this tour of the Oculus. Now we know what exactly is going on here. As I said at the top, it is part art. Definitely, it's beautiful, it's open, it's airy to the sky outside. It's absolutely beautiful. It is part shopping mall, it is part dining. It is everything that you would want a modern transit hub to be. So we hope that you have enjoyed this tour around the Oculus with us. Be sure to stay tuned for our tour. Our next stop is going to be at the top of One World Trade Center. So you'll find that in a separate video. So as I said, remember to subscribe. Go ahead and hit the like button. It does so much to spread the video out to other viewers. So thank you so much. We hope you've enjoyed this trip to the Oculus. And no matter where your next adventures take you, we hope that you enjoy the journey. Bye now.